Hello everyone. It has been a while since I've made a video here on YouTube. For those of you who are new, welcome. I hope you'll subscribe and follow. What I do here is free. For those of you who have been following for a while, I have decided that I'm completely separating my teaching and readings, so I will no longer be doing readings on YouTube. This will be entirely the teaching and spirituality based videos that are not involved in the money making business side of things. So that being said, I want to get on to the topic of the evening, which is what I'm calling a what for a what. And this is about the idea of a gift for a gift and how that has been focused on a little bit more than it needs to be compared to the rest of the stanza. So, what I mean by this, when we're talking, whether it's online, real life, whatever, but especially online, we have, say there's a disagreement. And almost always there's someone who comes up with some comment that is some wording similar to, let's keep it civil, guys. Which is true. We should try to do that for the majority of things we do. Some things are not worth the energy. But, and a big but, no, not one, is there are some things that keeping it civil just is not appropriate. I know that seems like contradictory, but there are some topics, and especially right now, and I hate to say it, but especially in the heathen side of the pagan communities, especially online, we've got people, the white supremacists, who are taking our symbols and our gods' names and using it for hate. There are people who twist it, just like there are with any religion. We've got our own, okay? But the point is, we cannot civilly address people who want to out other people and take them out of the equation. We cannot be civil with people who want to bring harm or eradicate or get rid of or otherwise keep out certain people and groups of people because of who they are, how they were born, etc. We've talked about this before in other videos. But when we talk about this, there's almost always someone who wants to push the idea of turn the other cheek, two wrongs don't make a right, etc. Those are not our teachings. And that's what I want to look at here. Okay. In all of the lore, okay, all of it, when it talks about what is done to other people, usually the payback is what exactly they did. I know this is not the same as karma, and the modern American Western version of karma is not what karma is either. We're not going there. What I'm talking about is literally what they do, you do again. And we talk about a gift for a gift. Yeah, we know that. So if they give you a gift, you give them a gift. Returning favor for a favor. But when it comes to the rest of that, it also tells you you can give the negative they gave to you right back. And that's in general. Now, I'm not saying do it for every little thing, because again, some things are not worth the energy. But from what we're told in Havamal by the teachings of the High One himself, you can do that. And especially when it is a case of serious harm, true human decency, ethics, and morality, those things that affect other people, and more than just one person, whole groups, those things we definitely can and should give back. Give them a taste of their own medicine, as we used to say. We don't say that enough anymore, in my opinion. So, we're going to look at how this is worded. We know the gift for a gift. But, gifts with gifts requite, but men shall mocking with mockery answer, and fraud with falsehood meet. Now, doesn't that kind of sound like what they did, you did, right? So here, we're not looking at just they give a gift, you give a gift. They mock you, you can mock them. They lie, you lie back. And it goes further to explain that when you see that you can't trust somebody, it is not even safe to give them honesty, because they can use it against you. And we have to try not to do that. Where is this? As an example from the lore itself and the stories and the myths, we know that oftentimes if someone killed somebody, then that family was allowed to kill them or one of their family members. Not something I'm encouraging now, but as an example, that's what was done. So, say, okay, Tiazi. When he was killed, that's how we got Scotty in Asgard to begin with. Or almost in Asgard. That's how she got married. Was because when they killed her father, she came in saying, all right, you killed my father, now I get to kill one of your people. And they were sitting there trying to find another arrangement because according to their rules, yes, she was right. So they made a different arrangement as an offer of how about instead of that, we do this. Not, no, you can't do that. It was like, oh, she's right. Let's see if we can think of something she wants better. And that's how they got the whole arrangement for the marriage. And yeah, the whole laughter and Loki balls thing, but we'll do that another time. But that's just one example. There was whole sagas built on this person killed this person, so they went to kill this person. It's reciprocal. Really, truly, best example from modern times I can think of would be the old eye for an eye thing. You know, there's one thing in the Christian Bible that actually does fit more with what we said in our stories. But we cannot just turn the other cheek. And to carry that further, when it is dealing with examples of, like we said, with the hatred and bigotry and people trying to literally take out or keep away other types of people. And we kind of dealt with this when we dealt with the difference between the Asgardians and the Jotun. And what happens is Ragnarok. We are not gods, so we probably aren't going to get to just go restart. what we screw up with other people. But it's not. If we let these hateful bigots push away or eradicate and get rid of, like some of them actually want to and have said, these minorities, people they just don't agree with, whatever the case, if we let them do that, we don't have a restart button that can bring them all back all of a sudden. We don't have a reset button that is going to have, oh, the little gay guy's family was hidden, so now they're safe and we can go. We don't get that. We just, sometimes when there's an end and you don't get to restart it. And we can't take that risk with people's lives. And we cannot be civil about it. We just can't. Because those are the things that are dangerous. You literally, in many cases, have blood on your hands. Whether we want to admit it or not, yes, those things are still happening. Maybe not here as much as they used to, but it's not been that long ago since that was the case. It's happening in other countries still. So we've got to stand up. And when it comes to matters of not necessarily lifestyle, orientations, gender identity, whatever that case may be, when it comes to not just those things, when it comes to them also keeping people out of the faith for those reasons, because of that, because of race, because of where you're from, what's your heritage, blah, 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 blah. If you are in America, you are a mutt. Unless you are, like, first generation born here, I'm sorry. The majority of us are. That is literally how this country got started. The natives here were not this pale. No. So we cannot use heritage as a way to keep people out of anything. Not out of this country, and not out of our faith. And especially our faith, because the gods call who they will. So when you do this, I'm going to say it, this bullshit, trying to keep people out because you don't think their kind of people are allowed to practice or believe in our faith. Yes, we all have some divine in us or connection to divine, however you want to put it, but we are not the gods. And the Lord tells us Odin was worshipped by every country and every language all around the world. So we are not only letting people be hated and put in danger when we keep our mouths shut, but we are standing back and letting hateful, bigot assholes claim that they know better than the gods. Are there certain things that make, more of the faith as a path, as a religion, however you want to word it? Yes, there are some things that make it the path, where it's not just simply whatever God you pray to, you are the religion of that pantheon. I've had this conversation. But if they are not, even if they are, fuck it, whoever they are, the reasons for not being a true heathen or not being a true Asatru or whatever term you're trying to keep them out of, if your reason is based on who they are, how they were born, or anything at all other than not following the rules, then you yourself are trying to outrule the gods. And that's not quite how it works. And if we let people do that, we are allowing them to get a major God complex. And we're allowing them, most importantly, to continue hurting people. We cannot say, turn the other cheek. We cannot say, be civil. Two wrongs don't make a right. Well, our own High One's teachings tells us that yes, two wrongs is exactly what we're supposed to do. Because if you're doing wrong to the one that's wrong, it's really a punishment and not a wrong, right? Funny, y'all thought it was just fine and dandy that Loki got bound under Venom for near eternity, all because he told everybody he wasn't the only one that did wrong. And if you look at what sends someone to Nostrand, who gets chewed up by Nidhogger? Is it non-European descent people? Is it gay people? Is it effeminate? No. It's oathbreakers and murderers and people that diddled with their friends' wives without permission because they were very poly. And rapists. Those people. Which honestly, almost all the gods fit that description in one way or another. But you're going to tell people they can't be a part of the religion and pray to the gods because of their skin color? Because of who they sleep with consensually? Because of where they were born? So when we are fighting that kind of issue, or anything that is a deep moral issue involving human decency that is across the board in every religion, we don't be civil. We don't turn the other cheek. Odin says we don't have to. And we need to remember that. It's not just a gift for a gift. It's basically a turn for a turn. Right? Again, don't take this as an excuse to go return a hit every time somebody pisses you off the tiniest bit. We also don't waste our energy and our time on things that don't matter. But when it is an important moral issue like that could potentially harm others, don't tell me to be nice. Because by being nice, someone else is going to get hurt. There's no way around it. So, that's it for now. There will probably be follow-up later at another time. But I'm just getting back into the swing. So, again, I hope you'll follow along. There will be more videos coming. Check some of the ones that are still up from before. And I'll see you guys in a few days. Have a great night.